Yo, what's up, world? This your boy Eclasserrwerr, and I'm back here with another one. This one right here. This was sent in by a new subscriber. Shout out to you, bro. Uh, this guy, he from St. Louis. Is called TT Jordan. It's actually going a trial going on right now. So this right here, this like the base story of it, because I'm gonna cover this since the trial is going on, and I'm from the loop, so definitely. So without further ado, man, like, share, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for keep sending that content in for me. Appreciate it. Here we go.
The subjects of today's video are two demons that worked with the Mexican cartel to receive and distribute cocaine within the city of St. Louis. One of them was the kingpin calling all of the shots, and the other, the trigger man, that would take someone's life with no hesitation or second thought. The two were involved in a drug ring responsible for the deaths of 17 different people.
Damn.
The subjects of today's video are none other than Adrian A.D. Lemons and Anthony T.T. Jordan, and today we're going to be telling their story. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. T.T. Jordan in particular was a real menace to society. He took pictures of his dead victims and struck a corpse in a funeral home. He also tried to threaten or harm witnesses and tried to threaten and bribe U.S. Marshal Services or jail personnel. A.D. Lemons and T.T. Jordan both resided in St. Louis, Missouri. If you know anything about St. Louis, you know that it's one of the most violent and deadliest cities in America.
Yes, sir.
In fact, Forbes ranks St. Louis as the most dangerous city in America. People like A.D. Lemons and T.T. Jordan are a big reason why. A.D. Lemons was the kingpin and the brains behind the operation. From 2012 to 2016, Lemons worked with representatives of the Mexican cartel to receive and distribute vast kilogram quantities of cocaine within the city of St. Louis. Lemons also supplied large quantities of cocaine to large-scale, mid-level, and street-level drug dealers who also sold cocaine and crack within the St. Louis area and beyond. The Mexican cartel coordinated routine bulk shipments of cocaine from Reynosa, Mexico through the Rio Grande Valley and then to the St. Louis, Missouri area.
Damn.
The cocaine shipments were transported via truck
So they did all that fucking Rio Grande Valley and all that, dog. That's crazy, man. Look at all that. Man, they wasn't playing with it. Now this trapping for real.
turn, bulk quantities of United States currency were shipped back through the southern United States to Mexico as payment for the cocaine.
Damn.
The feds would go on to seize over 64 kilograms of cocaine and over $1.3 million from Lemons and his associates. T.T. Jordan is currently being charged with 9 different murders. On April 20th, 2008, his killing spree would officially begin. On that day, 3 men were found shot to death around 2:45 a.m. inside a car in the 3800 block of Harris Avenue in North St. Louis. The victims were identified as Lenny Jackson Jr., age 46, Al Walters, age 33, and Keith Burks, age 31. When investigators arrived, the car was still running and the driver's foot was on the brake. The vehicle was covered with bullet holes and the police picked up a number of shell casings in the alley. Several neighbors around the area said they heard at least 9 gunshots around 1:30 a.m. T.T. Jordan is believed to have killed all 3 people sitting in that vehicle because he thought that Al Walters was cooperating with the police. Rather than making sure he only took out Al, he decided to shoot up the vehicle without a care of who else may have been in the car with him. On February 3rd, 2018, T.T. Jordan would kill again, once again killing multiple people at the same time. Marquise Jones, age 26, and Kiara Johnson, age 23, were driving down the 4200 block of Dr. Martin Luther King Drive around.
So this nigga, he ain't killing one, he catching them all at a couple at a time.
6 p.m. when they pulled over to await some friends following them in another vehicle. The pit stop would prove to be a deadly decision. Moments later,
Why are women everywhere choosing Abby X, the new tummy tuck alternative?
I got the tummy tuck result.
Later, a dark-colored Chevrolet Impala stopped alongside their vehicle and riddled it with bullets fired from an AK-47. Jones died behind the wheel, and Johnson died in the passenger seat. A third victim, also in the car, survived the shooting with only graze wounds from the bullets. Investigators believe that TT killed them because he believed that Jones was cooperating with the police.
That nigga did not play about snitches. That nigga did not play. And he gonna take out everybody. He taking out you and your peoples.
June 25th, 2013, TT Jordan would catch his sixth body. Anthony Clark, age 28, was sitting in a Pontiac Grand AM in the 5000 block of Cote Brillante in the city's Kingsway West neighborhood at about 11:30 a.m. when he was shot. The gunman, wearing a white bandana pulled over his face, pulled up in an Audi, then blocked Clark's silver Grand AM and fired into the car multiple times with a high-powered rifle. Clark was taken to a hospital by ambulance and died at 1:18 p.m. Clark lived on the block where he was killed. The gunman fled the scene in a dark-colored Audi A6. That gunman was ultimately believed to be Anthony T.T. Jordan.
So he the shooter and the driver?
On December 5th, 2013, both T.T. Jordan and A.D. Lemons would both be involved in a murder. On that day, 40-year-old Byron Ertz was shot in the head and chest at North Grand after 1 p.m. and was pronounced dead at the scene. In the superseding indictment, both T.T. Jordan and A.D. Lemons and two others were charged with his murder.
That's crazy. Dude was no bullshit.
After being directly involved in 8 different murders, T.T. Jordan's killing spree still wouldn't come to an end. On December 29, 2013, he would kill 2 more people, including an innocent woman caught in the crossfire. On that day, shots rang out as 51-year-old Clara Walker and 2 of her sons, Terrell Williams, age 17, and Carlos Walker, age 23, were watching TV. Carlos Walker thought the shots might have been on TV, but his mother ran to a front bedroom window to look outside. Carlos Walker said in an interview that he was just in a room joking with her and she ran to look out the window and got hit. St. Louis police say she was hit by a stray bullet from a shooting in front of her apartment in the 4000 block of Peck Street near Fairground Park at about 1:40 p.m. Police responded to the block and found Robert Parker, age 32, lying outside a car and suffering from several gunshot wounds. Parker had been outside a sports utility vehicle when shots were fired from a car that had pulled up next to him. Both Robert Parker and Clara Walker would tragically pass away. The indictment claims that T.T. Jordan fatally shot Robert Parker and Clara Walker in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime ring. The most tragic thing about it was not only was Clara Walker an innocent bystander, she was also a mother of 9 children and grandmother to 8 children. On January 21st, 2014, Michael Gridiron and another person were sitting in a vehicle near the 3000 block of Roll-Up Place when they heard gunfire erupt. They got out of the car and tried to get away, but Michael was chased and gunned down. He was shot in the torso, abdomen, and legs, and police found him lying dead on the sidewalk. Tragically, he was pronounced dead at the scene at just 26 years old.
Damn.
Witnesses state that they saw someone with a gun get in a black sedan and drive away. The indictment states that T.T. Jordan killed him in furtherance of his drug trafficking ring. The final murder that T.T. Jordan would commit before getting locked up would be the murder of Dante Jones. On November 28, 2014, Dante Jones and 2 others were sitting in a car on the 900 block of Harlan Avenue at about 9:30 p.m. when gunfire erupted. Jones was shot dead in the car. The man and woman in the car with him survived the shooting but suffered injuries. The man had been shot in the arm, and the woman had been shot several times in the upper body, including the chest and arm. The victims drove themselves to the 6100 block of North Broadway, where officers found them. TT Jordan has been charged with this murder, and investigators believe that he did it in furtherance of his drug trafficking ring. Ultimately, A.D. Lemons pled guilty to a cocaine distribution conspiracy charge in May of 2019 and admitted involvement in a drug ring that brought at least 150 kilograms of cocaine from Mexico between 2012 and 2016.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So they had a 4-year run, bodies and bags, but now he finna be, because they got the trial that they covering right now, so that's, damn, bro. So that's the story of TT Lemon, but, so my next tune in, I'm gonna, we're gonna cover the trial, because dude is a St. Louis demon, bro, you for real. Right on for, my new subscriber for sending me this content in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Stay tuned for the part 2.
He was sentenced to 20 years in prison. TT Jordan is still fighting his case, but prosecutors are pushing hard for him to be given the death penalty.